I just don't see the point.
In what? There is no point. Or at least big picture, we don't get to know what it is. Why we live, why Megan lost the baby, why that girl killed herself.
You're not reassuring me, Doctor.
I can't reassure you.
Most people view delusions as something negative, and they can of course be harmful in some situations. I mean, a kitchen knife can also be harmful in the hands of a murderer, but good in the hands of a chef preparing food. I would say delusions are actually a feature, not a bug, of the human psyche. Let me explain. In short, we live in an inherently meaningless hell realm where there is a lot of unnecessary suffering going on, and oftentimes that is something that happens to people who don't necessarily deserve it. But delusions help us to draw our focus away from this predicament and direct it towards something more positive or pleasing. What do I mean by delusions though? There are many types of delusions, but the oldest and still quite popular delusion is religion. Religions can transport people into an alternate reality of sorts, where there are demons, angels, spirits, and gods, and believers may feel that they have some kind of higher purpose or meaning to their life. That said, people who believe in religions may also make real-life decisions based on their beliefs or religious teachings that may not be in line with reality, and this could of course be harmful. For example, in Europe during the Dark Ages, people burned so-called witches at the stake because that's something that their religion kind of supported if you study the Bible, or at least did not actively oppose. Another thing religious people may do is make medical decisions based on their religious beliefs, such as avoiding taking treatments or medications, which may lead to their illness becoming worse, or even disease outbreaks and epidemics. But no, I'm not just picking on religious people, there are secular delusions as well. For example, certain political or social movements may claim that if we only organized society and the economy in a specific way, then that would eliminate many or most of our problems. They say this even when their ideology has been tried before and resulted in horrific failure. The truth is that everything decays, dies, and changes, so there is probably no single utopian path or ideal socio-economic situation that would last forever. That said, I do think democracy is the best of many bad or less ideal options, but I will leave my political opinions for another time. Then there's also people who somewhat religiously believe in scientific and technological progress. They think if we only progress enough in our technological development, then we can create some kind of techno-utopia which will solve most of our problems. Yeah, it's a nice idea, but if we look at the current trajectory, technology seems to mostly concentrate power vertically into the hands of the few who own the big tech companies. This is edging us deeper into some kind of techno-feudal cyberpunk dystopia. Norwegian philosopher Peter Wessel Saffe talked about something similar, but he called what I call delusions as anchoring. I suppose that's a more neutral term. Anchoring is one defense against the hell realm, whereby you attach yourself to some ideals, identities, and systems of beliefs to create mental stability and purpose. This could be, for example, religion, nationalism, or ideology. Anchoring thus helps to provide the illusion that life has a purpose and direction, even if that is ultimately constructed, or a delusion as I call it. Zaffe also mentions two other weapons against the hell realm: distraction and sublimation. You can distract yourself with food, video games, social media, books, and so on to keep your mind occupied and divert attention away from existential reflection. Sublimation, on the other hand, is about channeling your existential anxiety towards creative or productive outlets like, for example, art, science, and philosophy, which is kind of what I am doing with this channel, I guess. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.